Excuse me, sir. Quick question for you, man. Is this your jet?
Yeah, of course it's my jet.
And what do you do for a living to be able to put a private jet out here in Miami, Florida?
I've been running my own business for 30 years.
Actually.
Actually, I wouldn't lie to you.
And over these 30 years, what's the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
Tens of millions of dollars. Man, I've had sales in excess of 100 million for companies I've run and exited successfully.
And I go all over the country just asking business owners their advice to young entrepreneurs. Is it cool if we ask you a few questions for the channel?
100%, dude. You got courage to ask questions, I will answer them. We can go right on here if you want.
Is that cool?
100%.
Let's run it.
Let's do it. Come on.
At one of your businesses, like, what was the most that you made in a single year?
Best year I've had was last year, and we did 752 million in rev for the year in 23.
As a multiple nine-figure entrepreneur, what has been the best financial advice that you ever received?
You know who Arthur Blank is?
Very familiar.
Okay. I was at a meeting 14 years ago, and I was making some money and trying to figure some stuff out, and he asked me if anybody had any questions. And what's weird about people is they don't have no questions. Dude, if you leave me in a room with somebody doing better than me, I will ask them questions for like literally until they have to tell me to shut up. So I'm asking him some questions, and he's answering. Nobody else is asking questions. And I said, sir, if you could give me one advice on why you're able, because at the time we were talking about Home Depot. Why are you able to launch Home Depot into such an amazing company? He said, first of all, every business opportunity I looked at, I made sure that I always fed my business, right? I didn't want to starve it. He said, in Home Depot, while I knew we were going to have very small margins, and I knew it would take a while to make money, once we started making money, a little bit of a lot would have been like more than enough. We'd had no problem. So he started talking about that concept. And I started to learn patience from a lot of these guys. And then I had a guy who's a billionaire 10, 12 times over. And he said, take every business opportunity, approach it like a three-legged stool. I said, okay, what does that mean? He said, every decision you make, any decision you're making, has to be great for your client or your consumer. Second, it has to be great for your agent or your employee, your independent contractor, your consultant. Okay, I said, what's third? He said, it can't harm the company. He said, but that'll take patience, because most people run their business where they make every decision that's great for them. Whatever scraps are left, but they don't tend to be sustainable because other guys are doing it your way. In the life insurance deal, even though we did that kind of rev last year, dude, the first 3 years, I wasn't paying myself a lot. And a lot of people get into business to get rich right away. I got into business to get free, and I knew eventually I'd become wealthy. Rich, you could say you make 400 grand a year, you're rich. I wanted to not worry about money. That's been the best business lesson I've ever learned, because most people get into business, and after about 60, 90, 120 days, 2 years, they're frustrated. You know, everybody used to always say, what's the first rule of business? Stay in business. First couple of years, but everybody says it's a grind until they're in it. And then they're like, I can't buy that $400,000 car. And it's like, okay, Tommy, welcome to the real world. And I'm always like, dude, I don't know. I ran my business. I ran it. I took business advice from people that were in a better place than me. But personally, anybody around me that was talking, I wouldn't listen to nothing. I mean, if people are weighing you down, dude, you get the anchor off. Like, if you're a good swimmer, if you can't swim and you jump in the water, I will jump in to help you. The minute you grab me and I think you're bringing me down, I'm going to punch you in the face as hard as I can. I'm going to swim back to safety. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to call 911. And then what happened? I'm like, I jumped in to help him, and he started trying to drown me too. I'm out.
What's been your secret to sales? How have you been able to consistently land massive deals with huge clients over all these years? What's your secret to selling in a competitive industry?
Why do you think most people struggle at sales?
I don't think they believe in themselves.
That's a good answer, because that's part of it. And then that lack of belief causes them not to work hard. The biggest thing I want to sell people is belief in themselves. You give me a product, if people need it and I believe in it, I will sell it. I don't give a shit what it is. It doesn't matter. You go, sell these shoes. I'd be like, are they good shoes? Damn, I'll sell them. Sell the shirt. I'll sell that shirt off of your back to him. You can build the belief in yourself, but people don't want to work hard. The greatest thing for your self-image by far is work. That's the greatest thing. So weirdly enough, I became really good at sales because I called more people. I wasn't going to take no for an answer. I wasn't worried about being judged. So I didn't think it was that competitive, because most people won't work. I always tell people, when I started making money, my friends are like, yo, you think you're better than us, behind my back, obviously. And I'd be like, I don't think I'm better than you. I just want more out of life than you. I'm not any better than you. Hey, sadly enough, you could do exactly what I'm doing.